My childhood, it was bad. I faced a lot of stuff in my childhood. Got abused a lot.
I don't think I even had a child life. It was too abusive, the way I understand, the way I'm seeing it now.
Growing up with mainly just family members, because I lost my mother at the age of 8 years old because of alcohol abuse. I also lost my father. Well, it was always me going into a alcoholic environment. So I'd walk into a house that reeked of alcohol, and there was a whole bunch of loud people.
Growing up 23 years of my life with FAS, it hurts. My mom blames herself. I used to blame my mom because of the way I am, the way I grew up.
There's nobody to blame. You can't blame your mother because she could have been going through something bad in her life.
I don't blame my mother because the way she was growing up, she didn't know any better.
I feel a lot different about my mom. I talk to my mom. I text my mom almost every night. I tell her, how did your day go, or how are you doing, or I show my mom that I care now. Because that's what I'm learning. I'm learning how to change my life around from who I was then to who I am now. Junior high, it was hard on me. I had a lot of kids that picked on me.
School was, I say it was difficult because I'd need extra time during tests, and it was just certain words that I couldn't read, and if I'd say it would sound different to me, and I think that's the reason why I got failed a couple times.
I had a lot of problems with reading and stuff like that. I couldn't read a textbook. But I was one of those people, you show me how to do it, and I'd be able to figure it out. I'm 24 years old now, and I'm lucky if I have a grade 6 reading level. So school was, really hard. I found that I was pushed through it. I didn't get the help that I needed.
It was difficult. I was always in special ed, smaller classes, and even then was tough. I couldn't stay focused.
School was, I had to have a teacher's assistant by my side almost every day, even at lunch.
It just, sometimes I don't want to tell people that I am diagnosed with FASD because I could see that they would make fun of it.
When you don't have a reason or answers, you start to either make up those answers or listen to what other people are saying. And so for me it was, taking those labels and just believing that I was dumb.
I have problems with, being able to keep a steady job because I can't sit there and focus on the one thing I've noticed in the past.
Just trying to focus, trying to focus on one thing at a time.
It's like having a sign there, don't touch that hot pot, you'll burn. And then someone telling you, don't touch that hot pot, you'll burn. And then when you're about to touch it, someone's slapping you, but you're still going to go touch it. That's how it is. Just don't understand of the right or wrong of why not do it?
I see something and I want to do it, yes. I see something and I want to go buy, and I'm like, okay, I got the money, let's go get it. So yeah, it does affect the impulse severely, yes. People, I don't know how to manage money right now. I'm one of those people, I get money and 20 minutes later it's all gone.
I was an alcoholic myself, I dealt with that myself.
I was addicted to alcohol growing up, and it put me in jail a lot of times.
I forget the next hour sometimes, and it drives me freaking crazy, man. I just I know I'm a smart, good guy, and it just drives me nuts that I forget something that just an hour away, and it just boggles me.
I have a problem with anger because of my FAS.
There are times where I just, I get angry, there are times where I just can't deal with it.
The little boy that's in me, He's got that little temper tantrum and he wants to just break loose, and that's what he does. And I try and pull him by the ropes, and it is so hard.
I was even homeless at the age of 14, just couch surfing.
I used to be homeless and stayed at in from the Cold Society.
I had broken entered, and like I was only 13 at the time, and that was at that time when I was in juvie, where I spent 2 years in juvie.
I was 14, and I do it just stay with my friends that I thought were friends that were cool. Got to be the badass.
I've been used as a scapegoat just by saying friendship. There would be other kids saying, "Do this, or we're not going to be your friend."
Me being the one dealing with FAS, dealing with it at that time, I felt suicidal. I felt a lot of people who just didn't care. Like with ADHD, with FAS on top of that, it's really hard to sleep at night. It's really hard for me to focus during the day.
I had a parenting assessment that they went through, and then I also had a cognitive assessment done. So they did all of that, and then they go through your school records. They measure everything, measure your nose, measure your eyes, measure your forehead, and stuff like that, because a lot of people, they have facial, where it shows in their face, and then you can also get it where it shows in your brain.
Well, it's different for everybody. Some people don't have the facial features, but it's just mainly brain, and it's an invisible disability.
I think the importance of getting the diagnosis is so you can really start to understand about yourself. Because the diagnosis gives you not just where you are in regards to learning and understanding, but it explains a lot about who you are. For myself, for a lot of years I just took on those labels of the kid that wasn't trying, the kid that was lazy. It wasn't until I got the diagnosis and really started to understand what FASD was that at that point I was able to go, oh, okay, so it's not that I'm lazy, it's that, it's hard for me to sleep at night, so that makes it difficult for me to get up in the morning and start, to do work or to do the school work or stuff like that, because my brain and my body doesn't rest when I sleep at night. And so once I learned that that's part of my FASD, then I was able to go, okay, so there's a reason behind it.
I'm more able to, after I've been diagnosed as an adult, I understand myself more and my strengths and abilities. I'm glad I got this support group here at the John Howard Society, and I feel more stable in my life because I got the government funding through AISH.
When I had my assessment done, I had learned a lot of more things about myself, a lot of more things that, that helped me along the way.
It did tell me a lot about myself that I didn't know at first, like why I had so many problems when I was younger, so it helped me out with that. And it's helped me out with my coping skills, it's helped me to be able to be like, this is why I'm angry, back off.
The assessment, it helped. It helps a lot, it's of what I can cope with and what people can help me, understand.
Just getting the assessment done just made me aware of what my strengths are and what I'm good at.
Once I got the diagnosis and understood that I learn differently and understood what those ways of learning are, whether that's routine or repetition, it might be medication, it might be bringing other supports, whatever that is, then I was able to make things be successful. And I was able to kind of be more accepting of myself, because for a long time I was very hard on myself. I felt that I was stupid. And so once I was able to kind of understand myself and be patient with myself and start to accept who I was, that was when I started to see beyond the bad stuff.
I didn't really have a routine at first, but when I first got diagnosed with FAS, I used to literally have a 200-page notebook. And what I did is I would write down the date every day, and I started writing down everything I would do that day. Like, I would wake up, you know, make a pot of coffee, go wash my face, have a shower, you know, stuff like that. And I started working on a routine, and I found out that that helps out a lot.
And once you understand how you learn best, and then you understand what support you need, and then you start to put those into place, then you start to understand who you really are. And when you find your place in life, and you find that meaning, that's where everything makes the big difference.
It feels good. You know, like there's a lot of spirits here that, you know, that want to help you. You know, that there's a lot of people here that I've gotten connected with. You know, John Howard has helped me a lot. You know, they've got me into different programs that, you know, I'm part of now.
I'm getting support with the Calgary John Howard Society. I'm getting support with Prospect, hopefully with my employment.
That's like the Boys and Girls Club, but for adults with, I think, mental health and that want to go straight or need a clean place to go. So there's like pool tables. You can watch TV a couple hours. You know, there's books, and you know what? There's people there you can talk to.
I'm dealing with, you know, with the PDD program. You know, I'm dealing with the Sutana Health Center.
IGPS at my probation. What it is, a social worker, psychologist. So I've been using them as a support.
FA is a FASD Action Hall, a group here located at the John Howard Society, Calgary. They help me do budgeting, and they also help me speak up, learn about myself, just explaining about my assessment to the doctors, able to find my voice, more confident, I feel.
From coming to FA every Thursday from 1 to 4, you know, it just lifts up my spirits. Even if I'm having a bad day at home, you know, like when I come here, it's like wow, like I can just let it all out. You know, they help me every day. You know, they help me cope with what I'm dealing with every day. You know, they say that, you know, this is what we want to see. You know, we want to see you achieve this. You know, we want to see you accomplish what you can in life. You know.
I've progressed a lot. Like, I used to be a wrecking ball, but now I'm able to deal with my everyday challenges.
Able to keep up with the rent payments and the bills, buy nice things, and just maintain a sober lifestyle.
But now today I can have 4 or 5 things per a week and have a weekly goal instead of daily, and it took a long time just to get that routine going.
Trying to tell my story behind rap, or, you know, trying to, you know, get out there in my culture and sing and dance, you know, because that's what I love to do.
To help my addictions, I was in a men's recovery program for 3 months, and I completed. I got certificates.
I got a sheet metal trade. I done I can do everything in house: plumbing, carpet, tiles, walls. You know.
You know, I could see that I had strengths, right? And so I was like, wow, okay, yeah, I can't do the math and writing that the other kids can do in school, but I'm really good at public speaking. And so that's what I focused on. And that's where my talents and my strengths were.
My strengths, I'm positive, I'm very happy, I'm one of those people that everybody gets along with, like, I'm honest, I have a great smile.
Being, you know, going on 5 months sober next month, you know, that's one of the challenges that, you know, that's going to be there, you know.
I know I'm a very outgoing and honest guy, and that's what I like about myself.
My advice to give somebody that has been diagnosed with FASD is to not be afraid, because you're not alone. I found out that there's more people that have this disability. But
don't ever feel alone out there. Don't ever feel that that, oh, I'm the only one that that's dealing with this. There's nobody else out there that's dealing with what I deal with.
FASD, I mean, like, it's something that so many people like grow up with. Yeah, it was hard, but like it's a disability. I mean,
even if there are struggles, there are going to be bumps and bruises there. We get through it together.
Try to get as many resources as you can. Don't deal with it by yourself. There's so many agencies that can help you with FAS.
Tomorrow isn't promised. You can only think creative for today.
Just like the word disability, you have to find ability. I had ability inside me. Yes, I have a disability, but I have a lot of ability. Going from being a victim, because a lot of times people say individuals with FASD are victims and they suffer. And you need to kind of get past that point of, oh, I'm a victim and I suffer, to I have FASD, but it's not who I am. It's part of me, it's part of what I have, but that doesn't define me.
Study it. Study it, talk to people, get to know what it's actually all about.
Are you proud to be the person you are?
yes.
Yes. I wouldn't change me. I'm perfect. But what is perfect?
I would have said 5 years ago no, but today yes.
I am proud to be who I am. I'm still learning from who I was then. I'm still learning who I am now.